What's up, you guys, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming over and watching another fragrance video with me. I know it's been a minute, honey. Life has been crazy. Me in life, we've been what? That's how me and life been. Like, we've been tussling, okay? I hope you had a happy new year. Thank God. I love the holidays. I don't want to come off like a Grinch, but I'm glad the holidays are over, okay? I'm ready to just start a new year, start fresh. So I am in like a new setup. Well, I'm in a new place. If you guys have been following me, I have been, mentioning in some of my videos that I was gonna move. And so I finally made the move over the holidays, where it was already hectic, but it had to be done. So I'm already in my new place. I wanted to do a life update video for y'all because y'all not even gonna understand until y'all watch the video of how crazy my world has been. I almost didn't even get in this place, but that's for another video. Today we're gonna be talking about fragrances, okay? By the way, my name is Amanda Marie. If you're new to the channel, welcome, baby. Okay, over here we talk about all things fragrances. I love to smell good. That is my thing. I've been collecting fragrances for years now, and I think I hopped on YouTube maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've just been sharing my love of fragrances with you guys. So if you're someone that loves fragrances, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and also turn on your notification bell, okay? Also, go follow me on Instagram, all right? If you're new to the channel, follow me on Instagram because more than likely when I get new fragrances, I always go to Instagram because it's so much easier for me to just use my phone, record a reel, and talk about the fragrance. So when I get new fragrances, I always hop on Instagram first. Even though I just said I'm happy it's a new year, which I am. Welcome 2023, okay? I feel great about this year. I'm feeling very positive about 2023. We gonna hop back in, okay? We gonna, for a second, we ain't gonna stay there because I'm done with 2022. We ain't staying in 2022. We just gonna hop back in and hop back out. We gonna hop back in so I can tell you guys what my most complimented fragrances were in 2022. So if you're interested, stay tuned. All right, first on the list is Vanilla 28 by Kayali. We all know this fragrance by now. I mean, come on, everybody has probably had at least 2 or 3 bottles already of this fragrances. This is probably, well, I started off with the mini, okay? And then actually I started off with like 2 minis because the fragrance was always out of stock, and the only thing I could get was 2 minis. So finally, when the fragrance came back in stock, I bought the big girl. This is again Vanilla 28. This is brown sugar. This is vanilla. This is gorgeous. Every time I wore this fragrance, I always got a compliment. It has the best scent trail ever. It just smells delicious, okay? It smells sweet. I mean, not over the top, sticky, nauseating sweet. Like the perfect level of sweetness, if that makes sense, okay? It's just enough. It's just enough, okay? And I love it. It's great for layering. I can't tell you, like, if I get a fragrance that's heavy on like oud or heavy on something, I feel like I need to level it off with something sweet. So I always grab Vanilla 28 to layer with. It's the perfect fragrance to layer. And you guys already know you can layer this fragrance with pretty much all of the other Kayali fragrances. The fragrances are meant to be layered with each other. So yeah, Vanilla 28, my all-time most complimented fragrance of 2022. So this next one, I'm not gonna say it's discontinued. I'm not gonna say that. It may be hard for you to get. I've not been on the House of Sillage website lately, but you never know. It may sporadically pop up at some point again, who knows. But what I would say is, if you're not a part of the House of Sillage newsletters, you guys definitely should. This next fragrance is from House of Sillage, by the way, if you ain't picked up on that. But you definitely should subscribe to their newsletters. I mean, yes, they're going to send you about 2 or 3 emails a day, but that's cool though, because you want to know what's going on sale, especially if you're like trying to build up your House of Sillage collection, because y'all know them fragrances are I'm talking about Wonder Woman 84 from the House of Sillage. I want to say this was released, oh, when was this fragrance released? Maybe 2019, maybe early 2020, somewhere up in there, okay? It came out at least 2 or 3 years ago now, okay? But as you can see, I wear this very sparingly. Y'all can see my dent is like right there. I have gifted people samples of this. I'm very, very leery about making samples and giving it away because, like I said, it's very hard to get. You can't get it, you know, unless it's on the website. It could be on the website, but it may not be. And if it's not, that's why I don't make samples for anybody anymore. But every time I wear this fragrance, it's beautiful. Now, it's not like a beast mode type of fragrance, and I did blind buy this fragrance, by the way, and I didn't know what to expect, okay? But in my opinion, it's not a very beast mode. It does have pink pepper in it, it has vanilla, it has Davana, so it comes off very sweet, vanillic like, but the pink pepper gives it a little bit of a kick, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about Wonder Woman, so y'all know Wonder Woman is beautiful, right? So you know she's gonna be soft and pretty and, you know, very sexy, but she's also powerful. Like, she can kick your ass, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the pink pepper in this is a great addition to the fragrance, and it gives it a little bit of kick, you know, like a little punch. So I love wearing this fragrance. It has the most beautiful sillage. I mean, the waft, the way it just travels, you know, when I walk by somebody, they just pick it up, you know. I don't really go in with the sprays. I probably do about, at max, maybe 4 sprays maximum, okay? And every time somebody would walk by me at work, I would get tons and tons and tons of compliments. If it ever comes back available, more than likely I will splurge and buy a backup bottle. Once this fragrance is gone, I probably would just cry. I have talked about this fragrance a lot, okay, but we're talking about my most complimented fragrances of 2022, okay? Another 13 by LeLabo. Listen, it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. It probably made it to my most complimented of 2021. If I had it then, did I have it? Yes, it probably made it in that video as well. This fragrance is beautiful. It's a little woody, it's a little musky, it's fresh. It could almost come off like a skin scent. It's non-problematic. It's nothing to think about. Smells very much like Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume. Okay? Smells just like that. Usually alternate between the two because if you know, you know, LeLabo is not cheap, honey, and you know, I got Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume for a really, really good price. I want to say like $50 or something like that. So I was like, you know what, let me just alternate between the two. But the crazy thing of it is, when I wear Not a Gun, I don't get the compliments. So I don't know, but when I wear Another 13, I get the compliments, okay? Beautiful scent trail, beautiful sillage, the longevity is there. Is it beast mode? No. Is it gonna knock people down when they smell you? No. It's just one of those really unique, different, hard to explain type of fragrances that is just simply, at the end of the day, beautiful, okay? Beautiful. This is what I wish my skin smelled like all the time. I love for my skin to naturally smell like this every day. Like my skin, look, I don't want y'all to think I'm out here stinking now. I ain't out here stinking. I'm just saying, like, I would love for my skin to smell like this every day. I love stilettos, okay, and I'm talking about the Carolina Herrera Good Girl line. Now, I don't love every fragrance from that lineup, okay. There's certain flankers that I feel like is just overdone. I'm actually gonna talk about a flanker here, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is because literally every time I wear Good Girl Gone Bad by Carolina Herrera, I get the best compliments, okay. This is like a clubby type of scent. It's very, very sexy in my opinion. So what I did, because I'm such a big fan of the original, I did buy the flanker. This is the Supreme version, okay. In my opinion, I feel like this is very, very similar to the original release, okay. There's a little bit more razzle dazzle in this one though, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more flavor, pizzazz, you know. It's something in this one that's a little extra special in my opinion. But this is a beautiful scent. I can pick up on the vanilla, I can pick up on the tuberose, but it is a sweet tuberose. I looked up the notes real quick. For some reason, there's no vanilla listed in this fragrance, but it's giving me very much a vanillic scent, okay? But there's fruits in here, there's tonka bean, there is vetiver, there's tuberose. I know that this fragrance has been out for a while, like it's been around for a long time, but I just have to say, with it being a designer fragrance, it doesn't necessarily give designer, it doesn't give cheap, it gives sexy. You're somebody that is just getting into fragrances and you like very feminine fragrances, you like sexy fragrances, you know, you like compliment getters. Not that we're buying for compliments, but you know, it's nice to get a compliment every once in a while. Let's be realistic, okay? You should definitely consider buying this fragrance. Maybe not this one, maybe the original, but both of them are really, really gorgeous. And no matter how old this fragrance gets, it always pulls compliments for me. And that's why I love this line. I feel like I will always love this line. I do have, in addition to the original, I have the Leger, I have Very Good Girl, and Very Good Girl Glam. I think the line is really, really great. And I mean, again, I get tons of compliments every time I wear this fragrance, without fail, every single time. Okay, let me just go ahead and get this one out of the way because I think it makes my most complimented videos every year since I've had it. And this is Delena Exclusive, okay, by Parfums de Marly. Yes, it makes my list every year. It is what it is, you guys. I cannot help it. Granted, I've smelled a lot of fragrances in 2022. Doesn't mean that I like all of the fragrances I've smelled. I do have a tendency to pull fragrances that I already have in my collection, but yeah, everybody should be doing that, right? We should just not be wearing the latest and greatest. We should be wearing all of our fragrances. Okay, that was a little bit of a rant, my bad. But I love this fragrance. This is vanilla, this is lychee, this is rose. It smells a little bit like oud. It just smells gorgeous. This is the fragrance that actually changed my whole way of looking at rose fragrances, because I said it tons, I said it 100 times, I am not the biggest fan of rose, but Delena Exclusive changed my mind. Now, I also have been dibbling and dabbling, okay, with the original Delena. Now, I'm not 100% there yet where I feel like I want to buy a bottle of the original release. I'm like 50% there. It's brighter to me. This is more like date night, nighttime Delena, okay? The Exclusive. The original Delena is giving me more, it's brighter, it has a little bit of a piercing citrusy note in it. It could be bergamot, I'm not for sure what the note is, but it reminds me more of a daytime fragrance. I do like the rosé as well. I do have the Delena hand cream or body cream, and I'm coming around. We'll see. it's a little bit too soon to even really say if I'm gonna get it, because I have a pretty good dupe of it. I actually have 2 good dupes of the original Delina, so I don't know. Every time I wear it, I get compliments. I mean, it smells rich, it smells sophisticated, it smells beautiful. Like, this is the type of fragrance I feel like you definitely, number 1, date night. Number 2, if you're dressing up for an event where you're like wearing like a long gown, you know what I'm saying? Like, you dress to the nines, okay, to the T, all right? Delena Exclusive. A wedding, I could totally see, I could see myself wearing Delena Exclusive on my wedding day. But yeah, I love this fragrance to death. I'm not even gonna like talk y'all ear off about the fragrance because I've talked about it a million times. But yeah, it was one of my most complimented fragrances of 2023. Delena Exclusive by Parfums de Marly. Okay, now I was gonna pull out the Baccarat, but I said nope, I'm not gonna do it. Instead, I'm going with Eletimuss. This is Trejon by Eletimuss, which smells very much like Baccarat in my opinion. There are a few differences in the 2 fragrances, okay? And I do have Baccarat here in case you are new to the fragrance community. This is Baccarat Rouge 540. I mean, it's talked about by everybody, okay? I still think that's one of the most beautiful fragrances from the Maison Francis Kurkdjian line. In my opinion, it's a masterpiece. This one smells a little bit more like a caramel in my opinion. Now mind you, I did just get over COVID, and let me tell y'all something, and it's been almost 2 going on 3 weeks now. I'm just now picking up on the smell of this. But the interesting thing of it is now this does not smell exactly like Baccarat to me anymore. It doesn't, since I've had COVID. I don't know what that's about. And then the other sad thing is I've sprayed both fragrances on my skin and I go nose blind within minutes. And that's really, really heartbreaking because I like, especially with the Baccarat, we all know a lot of us have experienced, you know, going blind to it after like, nose blind, I should say, to it after like 30 minutes or so. But now it's happening literally immediately. This was the first fragrance I pulled when I started like getting my sense of smell back. And yeah, I wasn't pulling anything, but thank God I know what it smells like. It's actually cheaper than Baccarat. Y'all know the Baccarat can run you about $350. If you get the extracts, that's like 4 something with tax and all that. This one is gonna run you about $260. Now it was $260-ish when I bought it. Okay, that was several months ago. But hopefully you can get it. But let's get into the smell. Again, it's a very reminiscent of Baccarat. It's very Baccarat-esque, but this one has more of a caramel type note in it, you know, and I really do like it. I'm glad I'm picking up on that now after being sick, like, because they really smell so much alike. And you'll probably hear other influencers say the same. Most complimented fragrances of 2022. I kind of stayed clear of the Baccarat for a minute, even though this smelled like Baccarat. I don't know, I kind of trying to make that make sense in my own head. But anyway, I wanted to give the Baccarat a rest, okay? I wanted to give it a rest, child, because everybody and their mama was wearing it. So I started wearing this, and then this bottle is so huge. I wanted to put like a dent in it, you know what I'm saying? So I started pulling for this, and this one actually lasts. Like, I could smell this one when I could smell it last year. When I was wearing this last year, I could literally smell this all freaking day. The Baccarat, I couldn't smell it on me anymore, which would cause me to overspray and do all the things. And then people really smelled it on me, you know, because it doesn't do that to everybody. But yeah, this one gave me the same feels as Baccarat. I got tons of compliments. People would even mistake this fragrance for Baccarat because they're just that similar. So Yeah, I like it though. I think you get more bang for your buck when you get this one. If you're into fragrances that smell like baccarat, you should definitely invest in this one. Again, this is Trejon by Eletimuss. I will definitely have every last fragrance in my description box. Also check out my description box because I have a lot of discount codes there. If you're looking to buy a fragrance and you want to save a little coin, make sure you go down into the description box and check out those discount codes. Alright. Now this one is actually new to my collection. I haven't had it that long. It is a new flanker release from the house of Burberry. This is the Burberry Her Elixir. And I want to say this fragrance replaced the Burberry Her Intense. That is how I feel about it, because they couldn't have two queens in one house, so they had to get rid of that one. And who knows, it could have been something in the Intense, like a note or something that is not regulated or is expensive to buy to, you know, produce the fragrance. It could have been a multitude of any reasons why they would discontinue something that we all love so much. Speaking for me personally, I should say, I preferred the Intense version over the original release. And I actually like this one. This one reminds me a lot of the Intense version. I get a lot of cherries, I get a lot of fruit, I get a lot of strawberries. I get a lactonic note in this fragrance, which is not mentioned, I don't think. But it's kind of creamy, milky in a way. And then I also pick up on like some slight woody notes in the dry down. Not over the top woods, but you can tell that there's a woody element in this fragrance, okay? And I think this is a great fragrance. It's an easy grab. It does remind me of cherry chapstick, okay, just like all the other ones did too. I feel like if you have the Intense and you have like a lot of juice left, should you run out and buy this one? No, okay, but because they smell so similar. But if you have not had a chance to get your hands on the Intense, of course it's discontinued, and you wanted it, I would say go ahead and get Burberry Her Elixir. You'll love it. But yeah, every time I wore this fragrance, I got tons and tons of compliments. It's sweet, it's pretty, it's feminine, it's non-offensive. You know, most people love sweet fragrances anyway. You know, you don't get that, you know, when you wear it, like, people are more like, you smell good. They do more like that. An easy grab fragrance, you know you're gonna smell good. It does have a slight sillage, and I would say the longevity is moderate. So yeah, would I recommend this fragrance to you? Absolutely. If you love Burberry Her Intense, you will love this one as well. This is Burberry Her Elixir. All right, so this fragrance I've actually had for quite a while in my collection, probably over a year now, maybe going on 2 years. This is from the House of Fragrance du Bois, and this is Milano. This is Milano from... Fragrance is super sexy. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you a story where I wore this out one night. Me and my daughter went out for drinks and I wore this fragrance, and honey, I had a time, okay? We had a time that night. You understand? I just contributed to Milano because everybody was complimenting me on this fragrance. People was asking me to dance, honey. We had the drinks flowing. We had the hookah. Honey, we had a time, okay? And that is like, that's the thing with fragrances. I love creating these memories with fragrance. And every time I go to wear this fragrance, I just remember that night, and I just know that when I wear this fragrance, it's gonna go down. Like, be prepared. Be prepared when you wear this fragrance, okay, to have a good time. Be ready, okay? Be ready for the magic to happen when you wear Milano, because it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down, I'm just saying. This is fruits, this is leather. Now, this is like one of the best leathers I've smelled, okay? Because there's some leather fragrances out there that me and them, we don't see eye to eye, We don't see eye to eye. It's gorgeous. It is blended to perfection. I don't know how they do it with the sweet, fruity nuances and then the leathery nuances. And that's the thing, when I think of leather fragrances, I'm thinking I'm gonna smell like a Gucci bag or something like that, you know, a nice leather bag. So I'm pretty sure the leather in fragrances now is synthetic, but this one doesn't come off synthetic at all. It comes off almost very natural smelling, almost very realistic, okay? But it's a beautiful scent. Ooh. Ultra sexy. This is third date worthy, okay? This one right here, period. This is the type of fragrance where you're wearing all black leather, all black dress, all black everything, okay? This is when you pull out Milano, because it's gonna go so perfect with that look, all right? Super sexy. It's amazing, okay? It is amazing. One of my favorite leather fragrances I have in my collection, and I don't have a lot of leather fragrances in my collection, but I love this one, the House Down, okay? Period. But every time I wear it, I get a ton of compliments. It is a compliment magnet, a compliment getter. I promise you, the longevity, mwah. The projection, mwah. No complaints with this one. I don't know how long I've had this fragrance. I want to say I've had this fragrance for pretty much most of 2022. This is Milk Bold by Commodity. Man, this fragrance is a banger. Ooh, this fragrance is a banger. I have put a lot of y'all onto this. This is a beautiful spin on a rose. It's a different spin on a rose, okay? It's unique to me, and it's beautiful, and it's different. It smells like we're at a campfire, okay? We're camping out. Somebody is wearing a gorgeous rose fragrance. We're roasting marshmallows on the campfire. That is what this smells like. Ooh. Extremely unique. Every time I wear this fragrance, someone stops me and asks me what I am wearing. This is beautiful. Now, me personally, I love the bold. That Commodity does have 3 different levels of intensity. I want to say personal, expressive, and bold. I'm a bold girl. Okay, so y'all know how I'm coming, okay? I'm coming heavy, I'm coming loud, oversprayed, all the things, okay? So yeah, I love this one though. Again, when I read, people ask me, what do you have on? They know they can pick up on the rose, but it's like, they're like, I smell smoke, you know? Like, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a smoky rose, sweet marshmallow fragrance, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is a stunner. Favorite fragrance right now from Commodity. You guys know I've talked about Commodity before. They have a great comeback story. Y'all know years ago they were in Sephora, and one thing or another happened, and they pulled all the fragrances, and then we started seeing them pop up in like the discount stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and things like that. And then all of a sudden they, I don't think they necessarily like shut down 100%. I think they just kind of reeled it back a little bit, rebranded, and now they're back in Sephora. Yay for them. I think that is so beautiful, like, you know, triumphing over adversity, you know, because I do believe in their fragrances. I think their fragrances are just, they do sometimes remind me of other fragrances, but with a twist or something different, right? Not 100%, but something different. So I do love Commodity. I can go on and on about Commodity and my Commodity family. They take care of you, girl. They take care of you, girl. Last but not least, another leather fragrance. I don't know when I bought this one, but I know I bought it sometime last year. It could have been like the earlier part. It could have been before the summer. And I always wanted this fragrance in my collection. This is Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. Ombre Leather was one of those fragrances that I always wanted in my collection. And when I first started collecting fragrances, I've been collecting fragrances forever. When Tom Ford first released Black Orchid, that was the very first Tom Ford fragrance I had purchased, okay? It was just, it blew me away. It blew me away. Still today, that fragrance smells so unique and different, and I love it as much now as I did back then when I first bought it. But you know, Tom Ford fragrances are very pricey even now. That new smoke, cherry smoke, is gonna run you about $400. Like, I just, ooh, like, Anyway, back to the Ombre Leather. Anyway, where I was going with this, where I was going with it was how expensive Tom Ford fragrances are. And so, you know, it has taken me a little while to actually build up my Tom Ford collection because they're so pricey. Hands down, next to Black Orchid, has to be my most complimented fragrance ever by Tom Ford. This is definitely backup bottle worthy. I'm not, unless they start talking about discontinuing it, I'm not gonna buy a backup bottle right now, but I love it so much that I would definitely buy next time, like when I run out of this, because this is like a 1.7. When I run out of this one, I'm definitely buying a big boy because, man, the leather in this is beautiful. This is a sweet floral leather fragrance. The leather is smooth, sexy. It smells, oh, I'm gonna say about 99.999% realistic when it comes to the leather. This is gorgeous. It's simply amazing. My most complimented fragrance, Tom Ford fragrance ever, really, next to Black Orchid. This is probably number 2, okay? But it's amazing. If you don't have it, you definitely need to get this in your collection ASAP. Stop playing, okay? You need it. You need it. It's everything. This is actually my first recorded video of 2023. The other one you guys saw like last week or so ago, I had already recorded that one. So this is my very first video I'm recording of 2023. I'm gonna just put a blessing over this video. Like, I'm gonna put a blessing over this video. Like, this video gonna get like 5K views. Y'all gonna subscribe to my channel. I mean, y'all just, ooh, I'm putting a blessing over this video. Blessings. Cause I don't know what y'all doing. I see y'all be watching me, but y'all don't subscribe to me, okay? I'm gonna have to make a separate video about how I feel about that. Y'all not hitting that subscribe button, okay? Share my video, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fragrances were for 2023. See, there I go. Let me know in the comments what your favorite fragrances were for 2022. I am curious to know. If you're into fragrances like I am, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload and you don't miss out. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day and I hope you are smelling good doing it. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.